Hey guys, Corey right here. I'm a business coach, and what I want to do is I want to invite you to an upcoming webinar that I will be hosting and moderating, although not really participating in, because I've got an awesome guest for you. He is my CPA, Alan Bayer. He's a CPA at Hetzel CPA firm, and he works with a ton of businesses that have a similar profile to the types of businesses that I work with. Tend to be small to medium-sized businesses, anywhere between 5 and 250 employees. And one of his specialties is going in and doing what you call a business financial remodel. Actually, he doesn't call it that. I call it that. But essentially, I wanted to invite him to come on and do two things. The second part will be a section that we'll call Ask My CPA Anything. So if you've had questions about your business that you've wanted to ask a CPA, but you don't want to be charged by the hour to do it, he is going to lend his time to answer any questions that you guys have for the second part of this webinar. He's also offering to anybody who is on the webinar that you can book a free 15 minutes after the webinar with him via phone that he can answer those same questions. The first part of the webinar, he's going to outline his business financial remodel process. And essentially, it's a service that he offers to a lot of his clients that pay a whole bunch of money for him to go do it. Of course, you can pay him to do it as well. But what he's going to do on this webinar is kind of outline the things that you should be looking for to go through this same financial remodel with your own business. And I've seen a lot of your financials, they could absolutely use this. And really the reason is a lot of businesses get set up early on and they're kind of growing and growing and growing, but the finances are the last thing that we think about. We're thinking about the sales and the marketing and the operations and the growth and the vision. And we kind of just have all this clutter when it comes to our finances. And so he's going to identify how we can really start to remodel those finances and get them in a place where they become a strength of our business instead of a weakness or something that we just kind of ignore or don't look at or hope goes away at some point. And so the financial remodel is going to be broken down into kind of a couple sections. So the first one will be just basic business education, things like budgeting and what's an employee versus a contractor and how much should I pay myself and what do I do with company vehicles. A lot of those things will be addressed, and if there's more clarification needed, of course, you can ask him, ask my CPA anything section. He'll talk a little bit about the different structures for entities, so whether you're an LLC or an S Corp or C Corp, or kind of talk about some of the advantages of those different entities and how tax-wise you can start to structure your business to be taking full advantage of that. We'll talk a little bit about retirement plans. So if you're looking to set up a 401k, or maybe you're a smaller business where maybe you're looking for a SEP IRA or a Roth IRA that you'd like to set up for either you or your employees, he's going to talk about some of the ways that you can do that. And then finally, he's going to talk about the accounting systems and software that are going to help drive your business. And so kind of give you an overview of some of the things, your chart of accounts, managing your AR and AP, managing receipts and invoices, and a way that you can do all that. Now, the final thing he's going to talk about is the advantage and the process of hiring either a fractional or a contract CFO. Somebody who can kind of come in and without really sitting as a full-time member of your leadership team can help to organize a lot of these things, and then also take it a step further where they can actually start to audit and analyze a lot of the bills and systems and the way things are running to make sure that you're collecting all the cash that you should and paying as little cash as you can. And so this webinar is one that I am really, really excited about. Invite any friends that own businesses that you think may find value in this, but I promise you will walk away with a ton to think about in terms of how you can restructure the finances in your business to turn what may be a frustration or a weakness into a strength for your business, and give you some follow-up steps if there's more specific action plans that you want to take place beyond just some things that you can do on your own. And then of course, Ask My CPA Anything, where you can come in and open up. You've got a couple questions that you want to ask that you don't want to pay a whole bunch of money for. This would be the time to do that. So it's Thursday, June 17th at 11 a.m. You will need to register for this webinar. So make sure you register. I'm sure wherever this video is posted has some sort of a link or a form to find your registration, but would love to have you guys there. And this is something that you will not want to miss. Oh, and even if you can't make it, go ahead and register. I will send a recording of the video out to anybody who registers, even if you couldn't make it, all right? Hey, I hope to see you guys there. June 17th, 2021, 11 a.m. via Zoom.